sorry for that inconvenience. And of course, even myself, I'm not so sure whether my students are coming, but probably they are coming. Okay. Which program are you doing?
Early childhood education.
Oh, all right. That's amazing. Yes, ma'am.
What do you want?
Yes.
Why?
Trust.
Jana za roho. Jana za roho.
Dai ndikaanza kuda kufika. Wina wala anafika ndikoje ndipaka.
Ndiye wale habari.
Ma atonda peleke. Basi ndio hapo na mvumeza kuti ndio hapo hapo auje. Taka mwezi na. Nani mwezi unasumia sokula ofu be. Yes. Yeah, sure. No problem. Go ahead. Because we know how many times that was on media so much. Computer straight, coffee on the food heroes. The only thing that is problem is last time. So when the computer was very computer one now. Chata ni na wenda kama chama zote. Yes, na wenda na wana sasa utaujua hadi kwa pesa. Ndio kama astira kuja. Na hizo kwa ajili ya kamisa zote. Just pekee sana sasa nyumba moja na ndio ndio kabla ni sisi kwa tatizo. Asusu ya kwa. Just kesi. Yes, David. How are you? Good. Beautiful ladies. Two of you. How are you? Good. I'm glad that you showed up. I was worried. I was like, these people are not coming. What's wrong with me there? Alright, so let's get to what we're supposed to discuss today. The reason why I decided that we should meet today, I know tomorrow I may not be available. So we are dealing this one topic which is very, very long. So I feel not safe so far. That's why I was like, no, let's spend time and we discuss this one also so that at least we keep pushing. And again, also knowing that in the next few weeks, another set of exams will be coming around, then we are not safe. So that's why few, not few, not a few. So few can be 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Yeah. But so in view of that one, that's why I said let's try to push. Alright. So shift and situation. I think that's what we were discussing, right? Who else was here last time? Kevin, you were here last week, isn't it? Yeah. Where did we stop? There it was. Yeah. Which I was reading. Movie two men in the best in the royal. Quick characteristic test on the person. In any provision, enough. Characteristic test. Agreement. I don't know.
No, we are.
A stick test. This is not the way.
This is the way.
This is
No, we are.
In the way. This is the way. Try to make up no. I'm sorry. Alright, so one thing I recall, last time we discussed sheep registration, and as we were discussing this one, we went further to look at the types of sheep registration. Is it? Annabelle? Were you not here? Alright, so on sheep registration, types of sheep registration, we looked at traditional registration. Then we looked at FOC, second national register, and of course offshore registers. Just a matter of reminding each other, out of these types of registers of the ships, an FOC, traditional register and second national register. What did we say is the major difference between these two? Just somebody remind us, then we complete the following. The traditional register and the second national register.
The ships are registered in the original country. And the owner of the ship is from the same country. While the second national register. Second national register is the ship is registered in another country. Yeah, while the owner of the ship is in the other country.
Okay. Alright, thanks so much for reminding us. Kevin, I think there's a gap. Of course, what you said, some of what you said is true, but there's a gap somewhere. Towards a conclusion, maybe you can correct that. Given national register, a person from another country can register in another country with the national register. Alright, Annabelle. Very good. They are right, but they are just missing one point here. Okay, I'm understanding what is going on here because there was an order. Like we started discussing traditional register, then there was an FOC, flag of continuity. We had open register, then we had an FOC. So when you say traditional register, that's when a ship is registered in a country whose the owner is that one is his original country. Like if a nation of Malawi has secured a ship and is registering it right here in Malawi, and it will be operating here, that is traditional register. Whereas an open registry is when nationals of some other countries are allowed also to register here. That's open, right? But now second national register, this is in other words is a reversal of open register. Now what happens? Let me say it here and this is good. You people might have heard of what we call brain drain. Brain drain.
Now, brain drain is a situation where people are trained here in Malawi. For example, you people, you are trained in Malawi, and after you qualify, we are now counting on you that now these people are trained personnel will be helping at ABCD. You secure a job elsewhere, in the UK, in Scotland, and elsewhere. Why do you go there? You are seeking greener pastures. And you leave us crying now. Look, our people, we trained them, why is this the case? That is what we call brain drain. And of course, it is common in the health sector. People always complain that doctors, nurses, they are talking to UK and some other countries, yet they are training in Malawi. That's brain drain, right? So, if you find that as a government saying, when it happens here, you manage it's like you are reversing the brain drain, right? You are desperately trying to bring back to those people. But what will happen is, if the government or any other person approaches those people and asks them, you people, we send you here, but now you left, you went to UK. Why are you going to UK? Or what are you doing in here in UK? Those people, they will cite a number of reasons, right? They will say, no, here the salaries are better, here the conditions are better, this is good, and so on and so forth. Then that's the reason why it can be years out. But we want you to come back. Please, come back and help us. Definitely, those people, they will say, okay, we are ready to come back, but at least give us what we want. Or what we want are better salaries, better conditions, and everything. If the government will manage to meet those demands, what will happen here is like it's a reversal or the brain drain. This is just an example. So similarly, with the case of cheap registration, what happens is that with open registration, it means the nationals of a particular country are at liberty to register elsewhere. But as they are registered elsewhere, it means they are taking with them the jobs and they are taking the jobs to that other country, isn't it? Whereas their own country is now suffering. Their country is failing to have an investment because the investment has been taken to another country. In that case, it means this home country where these investors are coming from, it will be crying just like Ajamali as well as a brain drain. The country will say, look, and what they have ships, they have everything. Come on, register. I'm not going to register with Tanzania. They would teach you to Mamoti and start to open a children. I'm going to be a children of Tanzania. Mamma was only them so good. I'm going to be a Tanzania. What did we do? Till they are always on the Japanese. Till the Italians were with us. Right? Now, as a Italian and they will say, you know what, the reason why we never wanted to register in this our country, it is because of these hardships, or maybe because of these challenges, because of this. So you as the government, if you address these challenges, if we are ready to come back. Or else, if you give us these incentives or these benefits, we are ready to come back. You understand? I'm trying to give you a scenario of what happens with the second national register. So in this case, it's like those investors who had registered their ships elsewhere, they are now coming back home. They are being recorded and they are being registered back home. But in the register that they are being put in is not the traditional register, but it's kind of the second register, which has some benefits and some incentives. The idea is to make those people come back. So in other words, it's a reversal of open registry or FOC registry. That's second national register. So the second national register and the traditional register, they run parallel to each other. Second national register, ladies plus the gentleman. Are we together on that one? Are you okay? Sure. I'm happy if you are okay with it. Alright, so actually that's what we were discussing last time. Then as we proceeded, we went on to look at the port state control. In other words, it's called PSC. So with PSC, we say this is the inspection of foreign ships in national ports to verify that the condition of the ship and its equipment comply with the requirements of international regulations. The international maritime regulations, or those regulations internationally, are being enforced by the IMO. The IMO is the International Maritime Organization. Its mandate is to make sure that there are rules and regulations, and of course there is safety at sea. When it comes to maritime transportation, there is always safety. Safety of people's goods, and of course the passengers, the crew, and so on and so forth. It is the IMO that is responsible for this. So, to make sure that those regulations and rules are being followed, what the MO does is it empowers the port authorities in various countries to make sure that whenever a foreign ship arrives at the airport, they have to inspect it and see whether it is seaworthy and it is complying with the regulations, the safety regulations according to IMO. So, how this IMO works when it comes to regulating or maybe enforcing regulations and rules is the same way how the Interpol works. We say we have the International Police Organization or something like that. This Interpol, it has there are always cooperations amongst countries. So it cooperates with various countries around the world. So each country cooperates with what the Interpol says. Whenever somebody steals something from elsewhere, sikuti Interpol ndi police force yokhazikika kwina kwake imene ntchito yake kuti imayenda dziko ndi dziko mwana tizoona kuzokhala ndi koma pali ngati kind of collaboration kapena cooperation amongst the countries, and the element of Interpol is there in each and every country, so that when a crime has been committed in Zambia or in Mozambique or in Tanzania, that Interpol agency in Malawi will take up the matter. If the issue maybe has gone beyond the borders and has gone further than Mozambique, the Interpol unit in Mozambique will also take up the matter. Similarly, the IMO, Komeliho, Kahekota Zaki Rwanda, and France Language, to enforce the rules and regulations, Sudemo, Imaenda, Nakukonsi, Komenabe Kamham, kwa agua maboma kumene kuli jani kuli mapoti. Kutoke shipi yetu yetu katia wewe, ione, kuli ni kuino, shipi. Gadisari kuino, pelika ni recommendations to shipi, siyasi ni kutakwasa ni mambo zimenezo. Kapena you can impound that ship, so that it is a engagement. Because even the location, wakatungu kwa wasu miyoyo, yeah. So, that kind of an inspection, we call it port state control. Now, what happens is that when a ship is sailing, let's say from Dubai, going to, let's say, South Africa, it means it has to visit a number of ports along the way. It will have a number of stopovers along the way. So, we are assuming that from there there's a port of Mogadishu in Somalia, then a port of whatever in Kenya, then another port in Tanzania, as well, then in Mozambique. For the ship to arrive in South Africa, it takes probably a number of days because it has also to visit those ports. Now, when it comes to this inspection, assuming each and every port has to inspect this ship, how many days is the ship going to take for it to complete its voyage? It can take too long. So, according to a resolution that was arrived at in 1986 by this IMO, it was arranged that regions, they should always have a regional, what we call a regional cooperation when it comes to inspecting these ships, so that in each particular region, a ship should just be inspected once. Then, when it goes beyond that region, it will also be inspected once, then it completes the job. This is to avoid repetition and to avoid delays. Ladies, I would bear on what I'm saying here. Okay? Regional cooperation, when it comes to inspecting these ships, they agree that in each region, probably a ship should be inspected once, then they go to another region. Why is this the case? Why did the IMO decide to put up this arrangement? right? Alright, to avoid delays. It's like when you're traveling from here, going to Leta, for example, you're driving. If you meet these cops here, avoid the traffic at the time. After a kilometer, after a kilometer, what happens to you? You become annoying. You're like, what's wrong with these people? Those people, they have checked my documents and everything. Hours of distance. So it brings a lot of inconvenience to you. It delays you, maybe utamanga so annoying. So to avoid this, okay, in your mind, situation where you guys umafika point yukumbira kunga nakuti paka na mechanism yona kudabulisa mwanzo wakarabona ena also kumba mona kama ndio nazungumza kuti awo ndio kale na sina nusa hii awo ndio kale. That's what normally you think in your imagination. So this is what led this IMO to think of this that situation. That to avoid those delays, I think in a particular region you should only have one inspection, then they proceed. Only if they go beyond that region and go to another region, they can also be inspected once they proceed. So, for example, this region where we are in, this is studied region, right? We go to study. We have countries like Mozambique, of course Malawi, we don't have a port, so it's as we're talking about Tanzania here, Mozambique, South Africa, and Namibia, the other side, and of course Angola. Is that the region? It means under this cooperation, according to IMO, once the ship has been inspected, say in Dar es Salaam, it means when as it is sailing all across that side, they are not going to be inspected. Only if it goes beyond that region. So that's to avoid unnecessary inspections and unnecessary delays. Okay.
In Zambia, therefore,
no, they don't have it. Zambia doesn't have a port. Actually, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, we are landlocked, right? Terraform here, we are landlocked. So Zambia, they suffer just like as we do. If you want to access sea services, it's either Beira in Mozambique, Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, or Namibia, West Bay, or else Angola, Rwanda and Angola, right? So Zambia uses any of those ports, just as we also do. It's either we use Dar es Salaam here, we use Natal, we use Beira, at times Durban, or Namibia, at times we use the Metro here. This explains why most of the commodities here are very expensive, because for us to get the product, the goods here, the imports, they have to cover long distances from the sea, the United States, and so on and so forth. So, but the Zambians, they are now better off when it comes to importation of some other things, for example, oils. Why? Because they have oil pipelines, right? They have an oil pipeline from Tanzania. They are also trying to construct another one from Beira, so it will be easier for them when it comes to importing fuels. Or for us, you and I, we still have a long way to go. Nevertheless, that is state port control. Now we are proceeding. Let us look at the ship classification. Ship classification. Now, ship classification. Here we have major classes of these ships. We have major classes of these ships, and those classes are further classified. Now, what are those classes we are talking about? The major classes are, we have the merchant ships, or others call them commercial ships. That's one. Then we proceed and look at the passenger ships. Then we have fishing ships. And that is the fourth one. Any other person who has suggested the fourth one? Yeah, I know you again. I know you guys again. The fourth one.
Like carrying the goods. Carrying the goods in the carrying the goods in the water and from one place to another.
Okay. Alright. That one is emergency. Yes, or commercial ship. That's the first type we're seeing. We will see them because I just wanted to list them down. Then we're going to look at one by one. So I wanted us to list them. Now we have emergency ship, which is a commercial ship. We have a passenger ship, a fishing. I want the fourth one. The fourth one, you don't need to kind of be more scientific to think scientifically. I mean, it's common. You can just think of. You want to say something?
No.
I thought you wanted to say something. How about warships? Warships. Have you ever heard of warships? Steamers and boat? Never. Okay, we have those warships. But what can is how, even if you don't Google warships, of course, I know you guys, when you were a student, you are not history students. If you were, you could have easily gotten this one. So we have also warships. Now, these ships, these four types that we've seen here, they are further classified and they are certified according